Steve Shank, founder, former CEO, director of Capella Education, thank you so much for being a part of How They Did It, $1 Billion Insights from the Heart of America. Thank you for being in the book, and thank you for being a part of the Nightingale Conant audio program, which is going to be coming out in 2012. We really appreciate your being a part of all this.
Well, thank you, Bob. It's my pleasure, and I really enjoyed your book, which I think is quite valuable.
Well, thank you. So it just, so many readers were fascinated by your comments in the book, and one of the things that just kept on getting noticed was that you slogged away at this at Capella when, as you said, the internet was ugly. And traditional education just, had no clue what you were doing, and it wasn't like you had instant success. Look at Hewlett-Packard's announcement that they're getting out of hardware and HP on the tablet. They've abandoned it after 48 days. Microsoft, they abandoned that little kin device 48 days again, and here you had 7 years at it. To get to the point of really some validation. How'd you live with the 7 years?
I would say, first of all, I want to be clear that what we did with Capella, I put in the category of disruptive innovation. So a fundamental change in the way the market operates. And if that's the game you play, you better be patient. You better understand that it's going to take time for the market to accept a new way of doing things. Very hard for large companies like Hewlett-Packard or Microsoft to bring a totally new value proposition, a totally new operating approach to the market. So if you're playing in the field of disruptive innovation, it takes time, and you've got to experiment, you've got to provide fundamental value, you may really have to stretch in terms of getting the economic return from your customer initially that you think you should get until you've proved the value. I would say the other element for me was that I was fortunate that I had an ability to invest myself in one investment partner that was willing to be patient, but we followed a practice of bootstrapping. And the idea with us is manage your cash burn until you can get to the point of at least demonstrating the viability and how big the market is. And I think for a lot of people doing something really different, that's a trick you've got to learn.
The Capella education was so disruptive. Facebook and Twitter were just not on the scene when you launched and as things were developing. Now, when you look at those kinds of social media, how are they going to disrupt education in general? What happens to education when you now have Facebook and Twitter?
I think the online education revolution has got a whole new cycle to run now. And without commenting about Twitter or Facebook or any particular vehicle, there is just an enormous opportunity to use social networking approaches and technologies to improve education, to bring people doing online education in a community, to disseminate new ways of teaching individuals, because what we know and what we haven't honored in education is certain individuals may learn orally, certain individuals may read, certain individuals may learn visually, and the opportunity to go at people's brains through different paths is very exciting.
Steve Shank, thank you so much.
Thank you, Bob.